Have you ever been betrayed by somebody, then God elevates you to a higher level? This is exactly what happens to Joseph in the Bible. His brothers betray him, throw him into a pit. He's sold into slavery and ends up in prison. He then gets elevated to second in command, right under Pharaoh. So let me give a little bit of a backstory. Joseph's brothers hate him and they're jealous of him because Joseph has a dream that he is going to rule over them and they're going to bow down to him. They throw him into a pit and he gets sold into slavery, and then he also gets put into prison until he is able to interpret the dreams of Pharaoh. Once he interprets Pharaoh's dream, he gets put in second command, just right under Pharaoh. Joseph tells Pharaoh that there's going to be 7 years of good crops, a feast, and then 7 years of famine. So he's telling them that he needs to start building up his goods for those 7 years because the 7 years of famine is coming. And once the 7 years of famine start happening, Joseph's brothers end up coming to Egypt to buy food from them. His brothers don't recognize him, but he recognizes his brothers. He has no ill feelings towards his brothers. He wants to provide for them, even after everything they did to him. He ends up having his family come to Egypt to stay with him. I want to read to you what Joseph says to his brothers. This is in Genesis 45, starting in verse 5. It says, "And now do not be distressed or angry with yourselves because you sold me here, for God sent me before you to preserve life." Joseph knew that it wasn't his brothers that sent him there, it was God. It was God's plan all along. So there was no revenge that came from Joseph. This is what he says in Genesis chapter 50. He said, he's talking to his brothers, and he says, "As for you, you meant evil against me, but God meant it for good, to bring it about that many people should be kept alive as they are today," because he helped people during the famine. So when someone betrays you, it may be God's plan to move you into the next chapter in your life. You guys have a good day.